The bent wing bird, F4U Corsair, otherwise as it's known, arguably one of the prettiest warbirds ever made. This here is the 1400mm F4U from FMS, and we got it out here to take it up for its first flight today, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've actually never had a Corsair before. This is my first Corsair, and honestly, this thing looks incredible. But does it fly as good as it looks? Well, that's what we're gonna find out today. Welcome to Hanging 14 RC. My name is Alex. Let's get this thing powered up. Let's go flying. All right, so today we're gonna be flying the 4S 4000 battery pack. Now, overall, this plane, I've really enjoyed building and it looks great. My one gripe with it is just this battery situation. There's no like tray or like straps or anything. It's just like an angled platform that you Velcro the battery down into. So if you don't get it seated all the way down, you know, like rip it up, pull it out, put it back down, and it's kind of a pain in the butt because there's not a ton of room down there to kind of get this thing where it needs to be. So a little bit of a pain in the butt just to get the battery in, but we got it in. Let's go ahead and get this thing powered up. Go ahead and do a double check of our controls. Ailerons, elevator, rudder, looking good. Now, the flaps on this are really cool. If you want to come around to this side here, the flaps and the way that they're hooked up and they function, just like the real F4U, they come down and they start to separate a little bit. So you can kind of see what the mechanism that they have in here. Looks really cool, functions really well. One of my favorite parts of this plane outside of the retractable landing gear, which kind of similar to the P40. Rotate 90 degrees, come up. And then we got the working gear doors on here as well, like that. That's so freaking cool. Really nice scale details. Go ahead and drop this back down. Really cool landing gear on this plane. So let's go ahead, get this thing in the air. Just so you guys know, this plane is currently on sale right now at FMS. So if you want to save a little bit of money, pick this plane up for yourself. Now's the time to do it. I'll leave a link for it down in the description below. Let's go and fly this thing. All right, let's get her taxied out here. We've been dealing with a nasty crosswind today for flying. So we're pretty much gonna take this straight out. Taxiing the smaller wheel planes out here, they wanna tip a lot with the wind, the amount of gusts that we have. So we're gonna do 1 notch of flaps just for takeoff. Let's go ahead and get this thing in the air. Oop. She sat too long in one spot. There we go. Tiny wheels on this one. Once you get her going, she's good. Ooh, look at that. Flaps coming up, landing gear coming up. Might need to do a little bit of up trim. Do have a pretty big battery pack in there, that 4000. Might just be a little bit nose heavy. This thing is quick. But look at that profile in the sky. Corsairs are such a beautiful looking airplane. No stabilization on here today, which is a little scary with the amount of wind that we got going on, but nothing I can't handle. No AS3X, no gyro. This is just right out of the box. I lost my hat. My hat's gone. That's how much wind there is. But honestly, it's handling it decently well. In the turns, it gets a little bit hairy. Let's go ahead, bring it up, bring it over, do a nice turnaround here. I will say, plane does fly a little bit heavy. I think this could benefit from a 6S setup. We're flying about 3/4 throttle majority of the time here, especially into the upwind. But we got a lot going on with this plane. We got a lot of scale details. We got retractable gear, we got that flat mechanism. Warbirds typically tend to fly a little bit more on the heavier side. But man, it's worth it though, because look at this thing. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's go ahead, bring her around here, get it out of the sun. We're going to do a little bit of a roll here in the middle. Tons of aileron authority, do the other way. Beautiful. Flying full rates on here, no expo. Haven't really set anything up with that yet. Probably could use a little bit on, say, the ailerons, but again, hard to tell with the amount of wind out here today. Whew, it is gusty, but man, this Corsair looks beautiful. Do another nice flyby here. Full throttle, 4S setup. Absolutely screaming, at least sound-wise, getting bounced around. Go ahead, bring her up, we're gonna do a loop. Full throttle, oh, up and over. Flying very scale, I would say, with the amount of power behind it. Do another nice flyby here. Oh, it looks so good. Do one more loop. Actually, we're gonna kind of just do a barrel roll here, or a form of. And we're gonna go ahead, drop the landing gear down. Now we're gonna add a bunch of drag with this landing gear. So we're gonna keep the throttle up. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna even use the flaps on this, to be honest with you. With the amount of wind that we got today and the gusts, flaps get a little bit sketchy because all of a sudden we have nice and slow flight, the wind drops, and then we have nothing. So we're gonna go ahead, keep a little bit of speed on this thing. Right into the wind as much as we can. And we're gonna go around. These Corsairs, from what I've heard, love to have a little bit of a ballooning factor on them, especially when you get into ground effect, especially when you have some nice gusty winds. So once it starts to drop, I'm gonna just kind of let it drop. I just don't want to smack it into the ground and risk destroying that beautiful propeller, and I think we got her. See if we can even get it to turn around here. I think we might have to walk out and get this one because the wind, it just keeps pointing it into the wind. So let's go grab it. I gotta find my hat. There it is. Alrighty, so there it is, the 1400 millimeter FMS F4U Corsair. Good flying bird, I will say. Like I said, does feel a little bit underpowered, but again, that's just kind of how scale warbirds, in a sense, should fly. They don't need all the power in the world, but we've gotten quite accustomed to a lot of powerful planes nowadays with advancements in like motors and speed controls and things like that. Still, absolutely great flying airplane. Just note, you want to keep the power up, you want to keep the speed up in something like this, especially out in a windy day, and you'll be perfectly fine. It looks beautiful in the air, such a good looking airplane. So if you want to go ahead and check out this plane for yourself, I'll leave a link down in the description below for you to do so. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Alex from Hangar 14 RC. We'll see you later.